because I have been robbed, baby. Robbed many times in New York, robbed in LA, robbed in home, robbed in Boston. I'm tired of it.
Hello guys, this is Dr. Habibi. I'm on a journey to showcase black-owned business here in Dubai.
One thing that keeps me moving is the thought that it could be better than you ever imagined.
And today, I am here with the creator of the Aligned Athletes, Alicia Tillman. She is going to share her experience in Dubai as a business owner.
Which was way harder than I thought it was going to be, but every time I work hard and every time I push myself, it takes me to new spaces that I've never thought I would ever be in.
Guys, subscribe to the channel and help us get to 20k this month. Thank you.
Uncovered, I'm thinking about 4-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watch as the breeze burns gold and smoke that you've stolen. Feels like it's my fortune that you're folding.
Hi, my name is Alicia Tillman and I am the owner and creator of The Aligned Athlete. The Aligned Athlete is a mobility, strength, mindfulness training program for athletes. So we have everything from the everyday athlete to the advanced and professional and elite athlete. So everything from yoga, strength and conditioning, meditation, mindfulness, yoga therapy, a lot of different aspects that go into pretty much having everybody be able to perform at their best.
It doesn't work like it used to, as I know I remain a danger to me, to you.
Honestly, I'm now starting to love Dubai. At first, hated it. Oh my God, I could not stand it. I was low-key comparing it to all the cities I've ever lived in America and outside of America. It's kind of like I wasn't mentally ready for it because I originally moved to India. I originally left America to move to India, and I just came here literally on a chance for a job, and so I didn't plan for this. I didn't even bring outfits. The outfits I could have brought. But now, since I found kind of like my tribe, my community, I found yoga studios, I found gyms, I found people that share kind of my values, and the best part about it is none of them are like me. And so everybody, I feel like I'm becoming so much of a better person, so much more cultured, because like the two girls I live with are from Denmark and from Africa. So it's conversations that we would never really have, and I love that opportunity. That's just one side of it, while the other side is that Dubai is growing exponentially fast. Like the market out here, everything is very still new and fresh. And being a person in the fitness industry in Dubai is maybe around less than 10 years old. So, and I'm coming from, the last place I lived in America was LA, which they've been doing it, the flagship of everything, the biggest of everything is there. So here I feel like everything in my life has kind of put me to come here, because now I see holes that most people wouldn't be able to see. I see opportunities that most people wouldn't be able to see. And for me, Dubai is a fast growing blank canvas. And I think a lot of people feel that in a lot of different industries, because everything coming here is so new, and because the United Arab Emirates is very welcoming to all these ideas, because they see the value in having all these different cultures bring something here to create something powerful. I think that is amazing. And the fact that it's safe, because I have been robbed, baby. Robbed many times in New York, robbed in LA, robbed in home, robbed in Boston. I'm tired of it. So the fact that I could stay here and leave my door open. I lost my wallet, my whole wallet, money and all. They called me the next day. It was like, come pick it up. They found it at a hotel. Crazy. So I love it for that. I have been doing training, yoga, all of that for around 10 years. I originally started teaching yoga just to teach athletes. That was my whole niche, because I felt that there was a big void in yoga, mindfulness, and everything, and sports strength conditioning. So in sport, it's always been about work hard, lift heavy, you know, throw stuff around, get weights, it's loud music, it's everything. And we really didn't they don't really pay attention to the mindfulness and the mobility and the flexibility aspect that is required to do all these sports, because it adds longevity to your career. So if you don't pull less hamstrings, your value will never go down, and you can play longer. So that or collegiately at some type of high level. So I was able to kind of bring that and found that niche very, very early in my career. And I started with professionals. So that had some of the biggest names in, at that time, Houston, that played American football, basketball, all of those things. So I started at a very high level, which is amazing now that I look back at it. And ever since then, I have done tons of trainings. I've learned, I've become a CPT, a personal trainer, yoga therapist, all these different things that I've been able to add into my career to be able to create and deliver the programming that I do now, as well as teach other people how to do those things. So it's been a decade and some change. So I'm excited to see what the next decade will bring me. Running a business in Dubai is not easy, but it's not hard. I think the setup is hard, only because there's a lot of things dealing with a different country that I'm not used to, or things that I may have taken for granted for being an American, and a lot of things have already kind of are facilitated much easier, because once again, Dubai is catching up to the world. But the process of it is actually quite easy. So once you get around and you find all the rules and regulations, and they're kind of laid out, you see where you can maneuver in, it's actually quite easy. You can maneuver in a lot of different spaces. Mine is registered as a consultant, so I can do fitness consulting, I can do studio consulting, I can do life coaching consulting, different things. So that broad, I guess, category allows me to do a lot of different things. So, but there is different spaces, from if you want to get a brick and mortar, then you have to have something there, and then a research. So once you kind of know the ins and outs, it's kind of easy, and it's not a lot of tax. So bam, bam, feeling real good about that. So yeah, it's pretty easy. It was pretty good. Oh, you think we haven't added weight?
You want to finish?
All right, so my journey so far in Dubai has been very interesting. Like I said, I didn't come to Dubai immediately. I moved to India, thought I was going to live my life there, traveling, meditating in the mountains with, yogis and monks, and I thought that was going to be it until I got called here for a job. When I got called here for the job, I was a consultant for a fitness company that was looking to expand, and so, which is something that I've done many times for large companies in the States, and as well as my own. But here, the immediate difference with Dubai and kind of how I operate, and especially how I was in India, is the idea that you live to work. And that is something it took a second for me to necessarily get a hold of, because I don't live to work. I work so I can live. And that's a big thing, and I feel that that's probably the reason why I'm in Dubai, is to kind of like bring that back and bring that option, bring that thought process back to people here, because we are so much of a first two questions: where are you from? What do you do? That's it. Like, where are you from and what do you do? So it's and you have to be here, on work visas unless you're married, all the things that have to necessarily be in Dubai. So after I ended my contract with that company, I decided to start my own company. And so I started, which is bringing my aligned athlete company from the States, bringing it over here. That was probably one of the best and hardest decisions I necessarily had to do, because of all I had to learn through experience of how to start a company in the UAE, not using consulting companies, and kind of just doing it myself, and seeing and talking to a lot of people and understanding the processes and the whys, the hows, and all of that. It was kind of frustrating at first, just because of all the things that you necessarily have to do, especially all the money you got to drop, because they quick to give you an invoice. They will tell you to go to this line and not tell you what it's for, but they'll give you an invoice, and they make sure they get that money. But After getting through all that process, getting my own visa, getting everything like that, actually I feel much more empowered because I've been able to do something that was so much, and I've been able to learn, so I can actually bring that to eventually having my friends come over and my other business partners be able to come over here and expand, and I can have a little bit more insight to kind of how it is. As well as for actually running the business. I tell myself all this time, it reminds me of when I was like 24 and just starting doing yoga for athletes, and that was my job. I quit my corporate job just to do yoga for athletes, and that's what I'm gonna do. And coming here, that's not a big thing. So this is probably the first place I've ever lived that doesn't have like major sports teams. So I'm coming from LA, which had double of everything, which had 2 basketball teams, 2 American football teams, 2, soccer teams, or football, 2 baseball teams, 2 everything. So it was a lot more abundance of, at least in the professional athlete spectrum. While here, it's very niche. So you have football clubs, you have, handball clubs. It's a lot of different sports that I'm not even used to. The fact that paddle is crazy out here. And I've barely even tapped into paddle. So I think me being here and for my business is expanding in ways that I never thought it would, because my main focus has always been basketball and American football. So taking a lot of those aspects and what I've learned in that space and being able to bring a more Americanized way of training and Americanized thought process is showing that it's very unique out here. So which gets me excited because I feel that there is space for the niche that I provide. So if I could, and I feel that Dubai, since it's growing so fast, within the next 5 years, I can guarantee there'll probably be some type of professional sports team, whether it be football, whether it be handball, whether it be, hopefully it's basketball. Lord help me, please. And those things. And so if I'm here on the ground early, I'll be able to create those connections. So by that time that comes, I've already run the city, and everybody knows about the aligned athlete. And so they know they got to go through me just to get to where they're trying to go. So that's been my journey thus far. It's been hard in the sense of it's just a new city. You have to do a lot of market research yourself. And since it's not as prevalent as, say, the U.S., where I could easily make a call and find the athletic director for this person or find the lead trainer for this person within a couple calls, it's put my hustle, my start hustle back into form, which says, well, I feel like I'm 24 because I feel like I'm back going a whole bunch of places, teaching a whole bunch of things, trying to find new clients, and just getting in, and being happy to be around and being connections. A lot less sleep. I'm way more sore. And I'm 35 now, so it's a little bit different body, but I'm a lot wiser. So I'm excited. I'm excited for where I am. I'm excited for the future, and yeah, just feeling pretty good about it. One thing that keeps me moving is the thought that it could be better than you ever imagined. And that's what I kind of hold on to. I've kind of always lived in that life. If you ask my parents, they're like, go to college, go get a corporate job, and you do all the things, and you have vacation days and all of that. And I was like, no, I want to be happy and be free, which was way harder than I thought it was going to be. But every time I work hard and every time I push myself, it opens and takes me to new spaces that I've never thought I would ever be in. For example, I'm sitting here talking to you on the 81st floor in Dubai. So it could be, if you keep moving to your directions and keep, going to the doors that are open to you, it's going to take you someplace that you would have never imagined. So that keeps me going. At this point, I would definitely recommend starting in Dubai. But you gotta have that hustle mentality. So this is not a place, this ain't Kansas, man. This is not a place for people to just kind of come and chill and hang out, because it's moving very, very fast. So if you have that hustler's mentality and you have an idea and you know what you want to do and you are sure of yourself and you are understanding, have full comfort and understanding your capabilities, and you could kind of move, then this is a great place for you. I think, once again, this is a developing place that's moving so rapidly and so fast. So if you come in here and you get in on the ground floor of whatever you're trying to do, come in here, don't come over and bull, and don't get caught up in the party life. It's a great place to be. It's very safe, it's very innovative, it could be humble, but yes, extravagant at the same time. And the cultures and values and the experiences and the conversations you will have with so many people from different areas of the world will forever change your life and forever change your view of the world. So if you're down for that, bring your ass. My advice for people that want to get into like fitness, yoga, or any type of in that spectrum would be fall in love with it first. Fall in love with why the whys that you're doing it. Because I feel, especially in the last like 5 years or so, where everybody now, especially COVID, everybody now is a trainer, everybody's this, and it's just for mainly the cosmetic reason. It looks fun, and I will say our life looks fun because you get to walk around in Lululemon all the time. So it's not a bad life. But, which I say this to yoga teachers, I say it to people I've trained, find what draws you and love and your passion in it, and then build on that. If you do it for the wrong reasons, it's going to come off inauthentic, and it's only going to lead you certain places. While if you would like to say, for example, if you wanted to start teaching yoga, if you're not in love with yoga, you can't teach yoga. That's what it is. It came from me having a passion and finding a space that I needed to deliver that passion in. So if you're just coming to do it on Instagram, if you're coming to just do it for the outfits, like, miss me with that. Because you're only going to get so far, because you have to be passionate. You have to live, breathe, because it's not going to be easy, especially when you're going through those hard times of starting your own business, and you're going to be broke before you make money. So especially in the fitness industry, because it's going to be a lot of time, it's going to be a lot of effort. So if you don't have that passion behind it and that undying love for it, it will immediately take its toll. Because say if you don't have that passion for yoga and you got to teach it 20 times a week, you eventually will get tired of it. So there needs to be something in you that's going to push you. And so finding what that niche is, and you don't have to have everything. And I think we come from a society where abundance, you have to know everything. I got to know this, I got to know this and this. Just if you can just know this and be the best at this is going to take you further than the person that knows 20 different things but only knows 10% of 20 things. So find your niche, play with that niche, love it, die for that niche. And then once you have a base of that, then you can start to expand and grow and be able to provide. But out here trying to do so much and only really learning so little is end up hindering you in the long run. All right, so for the next 5 years, the goal is to, of course, open a brick and mortar fitness or athletic training facility here, as well as in multiple countries and locations, be able to have yoga and fitness retreat centers all over. So therefore I can host retreats, and as well as be able to provide spaces for friends and colleagues of mine to be able to host yoga retreats and fitness retreats as well. Because especially for Americans getting over to this particular side of the world, not everybody really gets to do that, but having a space that I could be able to market and bring people and to be able to have them have some type of exposure to all the things that I am exposed to would be great. And be able to kind of create that, not carefree, but the beach simple life that I've always wanted, and I get to be able to teach when I want to, teach specific clients and host trainings and have people learn from me as well as learn from other people. But that's kind of where I want to be in the 5 years. Still, hopefully, as optimistic and thinking it's going to be better than I imagined. There's so many on the list. I gotta go to Africa, bro. I've never been to Africa. I need to go. So it's multiple countries in Africa. I'd like to go to Ghana. I'd like to go to South Africa. I'd like to go to Zimbabwe. I'd like to Egypt. There's so many in that particular just continent that I would love to go to. So that's one space, as well as doing a little bit more in the Asian region. So I would like to go Thailand. I'd like to go Singapore, Hong Kong, a little more of those spaces as well. So, you know, but if anybody just wants to take me anywhere, I'm down to go. Well, you can keep in touch with me you can go to Instagram, follow me personally, at Awkward Yoga Girl, like Awkward Turtle. Or you can follow my business or my company, which is The Aligned Athlete. You can check that out. We have updates. We have pull-ups, or what we call little pop-up workouts throughout Dubai, as well as you can come to any of my classes. And I host a lot of events throughout the city. So stay tuned, and I hope to, see you in person.